Hello, it is me again, Ashley, and it's been a very long time since I've made a video, but I've had a lot of people asking me lately. They get a hold of me through Facebook or email or through YouTube, and they ask me if I'm still on Phentermine or if I've gained any weight back. I mean, a lot of the same questions, and I keep promising I'm going to make a video. Well, today I'm finally doing it. Please excuse the lack of quality in this video. I'm using my daughter's webcam instead of my higher quality video camera, but I gotta get a video on, and webcam's the fastest way to do it. So here we go. Basically, I want to just first say that a little recap. I had lost about 60 pounds. I think I started like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, close to that now, on Phentermine. If you don't know what that is, please look at some of my other videos because I want to keep this as short as possible. I lost 60 pounds, and I kept that majority of it off, but within about 2 years' time, I had gained about 50 pounds of it back. Now, the reason for that is not because Phentermine isn't any good. It's because Phentermine basically helps you lose the weight without you doing a thing. And so you continue to eat the same way, unless you decide to do differently. But it's possible to lose weight eating the same way, not exercising, and just, taking the pill. It does all the work for you. And so I lost that 60 pounds, and I knew I needed to change my eating habits, and I did a little, but just not enough. And within 2 years' time, I had gained all but 10 pounds of that back. That does not have to happen to everyone. Some people can use Phentermine and continue to lose weight. That's awesome, but that wasn't how it worked for me. The first time I used it, I lost 60 pounds because I used it for about 4 months, I think. 4 or 5, I can't remember. 3 to 5. And I lost 60 pounds. But then when I tried it 2 other times, it didn't work. It didn't really do anything for me. I might have lost 5, but I gained 5 back. So that's my cap for Phentermine. It worked, but because I did not change my habits enough, I did gain that weight back. So you may ask, okay, well, how are you doing now? Well, now I come to you, and I am another 60 pounds lighter. So basically, from when I started years ago with Phentermine, that would make me 70 pounds lighter from then. So yeah, I'm happy. And then you ask, well, how did you do it? HCG. I know that that's something that maybe you've heard of, especially if you've looked up Phentermine. You've probably heard of HCG. Just like Phentermine, you've probably heard of bad things about it. It doesn't work. It's not healthy. You say the same thing about Phentermine. Maybe not that it doesn't work. Well, I guess some people say that too. Anyway, HCG worked for me because to make the whole plan work, it's not just taking some drops. It's not just a shot. However you decide to take it. I think they've got pills too, tabs. I don't know how those work, but so I'm not endorsing those. But it's not just taking that. You take that, and it's not going to do anything for you. There is a very strict regimen you must go on, and I will explain that in another video if you're interested in HCG. I don't want to bore you now with it. There's a very strict regimen you must do along with the HCG, but if you can do it, and it is difficult, if you can do it, it is well worth it. And the maintenance, as you're coming off of it, it's actually teaching you. All of it is teaching you what foods more than likely caused you to get really fat in the first place, other than, Taco Bell and Pizza Hut, those do. But there's other things that you have just in your regular diet that you may not even be paying attention to the fact that you were eating, and you were eating too much of. So that's why I love HCG. It taught me, it has trained me, and I've kept the weight off. I started HCG January of 2012, and I went on it twice. Because again, I'll go over the whole program in another video, but you go on it for a time being, and then there's maintenance, and then after a while you can go on it again. And I did go on it twice because I renewed my wedding vows last year in August, and I wanted to get that weight off. And so I think from January to probably June, I lost 60 pounds. Not just 60 pounds of icky fat, but the way the HCG works, it made everything come in. So I didn't have all this hanging flab and flesh that was disgusting looking. I didn't have all that either. The way that it worked, it was just wonderful. And it actually toned me down. And I felt really good about myself at my wedding renewal. And I've kept all that weight off since then. That was January to June of 2012. It is now January 2013, and I still kept it off. Now, getting more weight off on my own after this far, I've not been as good doing because I've brought back a few of my foods. But anyway, I don't want to digress and take forever on this video. So, if you're at all interested in HCG, and I totally went off on a tangent there, ignore all that because I'm not going to edit it out. If you're at all interested in learning more about HCG, how it works, why you've heard some person say it didn't work for them, and then you've heard others say, oh, I love it, it's wonderful, it's a miracle, then watch another video that I'm going to make later. In fact, I'll probably make about 2 or 3 because there's so much information. I want to make for sure that you get it all if you're interested. But just like Phentermine, what I recommend you do most of all is research this on your own. I have come to the realization, because I had several friends that did Phentermine at the same time I did. I've even had friends do HCG after they saw the results I got. And what I have found is that those that actually lose weight and keep it off have done research. They cared to know all the details themselves. The ones that basically just asked me questions, I gave them information, and they went from there. They weren't dedicated enough, and they either didn't lose weight at all or they gained it back. And it's just a lack of dedication at that time. You probably, if you're anything like me, anything like most Americans, or most people, I guess, maybe overseas are the same way. If you have tried several different diet plans and they've not worked for you, where was I going with this? Oh, I've only had 1 cup of coffee today, so please forgive. Basically, oh my goodness, I had a thought, and it was a good one. It's just a lack of dedication to actually making it work. If you aren't willing to put in the time to do the research, it's possible this isn't the time for you to try this diet plan because it may not work for you. You've got to have the dedication because, trust me, you are on such a strict diet, you're going to be tempted. So, that's all I'm going to say for this because I'm already 7.5 minutes into it and I've already had 2 brain, oh man, 3. Here's number 3. Okay. Please, if you have not watched any of my other videos and you don't really know who I am, watch another video so that you see this is sort of common for me, but not like this is me, my absolute personality. But then again, it kind of is. Anyway, my name is Ashley Reese, if this is the first time you're watching this, and I do hope that you will either watch my Phentermine videos if you're interested in Phentermine, or if you're interested in something that you do not have to have a prescription for, isn't going to cost you a lot of money, and is going to actually teach you how to eat better, watch my HCG videos. Okay? Hope that you all have a great week, and I will see you later.